Quick update on the Ford Lightning. When I bought this, I gave it a quick polish. I think I have a video showing some of the polishing stuff I did. It was a quick polish. It wasn't a real strong detail polish. So this time what I'm doing is I'm going to do it kind of panel by panel, but I'm sanding it down with 3000. 2000 where the scratches are really deep. There were some really deep scratches on here. There's still one here. I can see, I don't know if you can see it in the video just a little bit, but the hood was terrible. The roof was not great. Body panels weren't bad for the rest, but I did that. This had a ton of stone chips on it, as well as scratches. So I did touch a bunch of them up. There's still a bunch left, as you can see, but I took out about half of them. What I did on this time, this is the first time I've done it. Usually I use a polishing pad that's circular, but I'm using an orbital this time. I'm using this here cleaning pad design. It works actually really well. I'm using some DIY detail waffles, and then I'm going to start finishing with these. I'm also using some of this cutting cream. I've got the one for severe and I got one for moderate, so I'll use those two and then I'll finish up with the polishing at the end. But so far so good. Like I said, sanding with 3000. One of the things I noticed when I do the stone chips, like what you end up with a bump on here. So what I did, and you got to be cautious when you do it, is I took a razor blade and I just lightly scraped the high points off, and then I sanded it with 3000, and you can barely tell they're there. So pretty happy with the way it came out so far. I'll give you an update when I'm done. But yeah, very happy with the orbital. The orbital, what I've watched people say is that it actually cuts better than the circular one. I was born and raised with the circular kind, but the orbital does seem to cut better. So very happy so far. This is about 20 minutes of work this morning, and part of it is just learning how to use that. Learning how to use this cleaning pad, but so far so good. I'll give you an update. All right, bit of an update. So, like I said, I'm actually converted to using the orbital now after doing this work. So I've done this half of the hood with the first step. I was going to do 3-step. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do that because I'm so impressed with the first step. Like I mentioned, I'm using the DIY waffle weave with some correcting cream here, polishing compound. What I've done, and this is another new thing I bought. I think it's a Lake Country 4000 clean pad cleaner. So what I do is you just go in here and do this. What you do is when you press down, it brings up some fluid into it, and then it's washing the pad. What I'll do is I'll turn it right up to number 6. I'm using centrifugal force to basically dry the pad. It's got a little bit of water left, but it's very, very much almost dry. Then I come in here and I start polishing. So I'm going to polish one spot here. You'll see how I do it. Pretty simple. So I'll put about 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but yeah, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little drops on here. Come over here. Basically start right here. I set it up to about 3.5 to 4 on my machine. you go one way with about a 50% overlap, and then the other way with a 50% overlap, and then going back and forth. I had the windshield washer here, so that kind of makes it difficult, but then you wipe it down, you use a damp cloth, wipe it down, and then I usually use a dry cloth just to wipe it and take a look, see if I have to do it one more time. I'm finding I usually have to do it twice. Some people only have to do it once, but because I sanded over 3000, it's got some deeper scratches in there, just you can kind of see them. So I don't want to take a chance. I'll usually do it twice and take a look. But yeah, it's actually quite incredible the difference you'll see just in the one step. I'll show you here. So again, this half of the hood, first step. This one, first pass. So second pass on there, and then continue on. All right, this is what it looks like after. Sometimes hard to tell on the screen, but it does look a lot better. It's got that deep gloss that it didn't really have before. But overall, pretty happy with it. Haven't decided on the ceramic glass yet. I was thinking about Cerakote, but I can't get that on Amazon. I might see if there's some local people that can sell it, but they do have another brand out there. I might try, haven't decided. But yeah, that's it, all done. Looking like $1,000,000.